This is The Roman Show.
All right, Dolph Roma, The Roman Show here with Raven. Raven, you know, it's been some time since the last spoke. I actually had you on the show a while ago when you were working with the promotion up in Chicago. But what have you been up to lately, Raven?
I'm sorry, repeat that. It's so loud in here.
Yeah, pretty crazy out here. A lot of people. Last time I spoke to you, I caught up with you was when you were working with the promotion up in Chicago with Billy Corbin.
Resistance, yeah. Well, the promotion. Here's what happened. The promotion, we were signed to do a reality show, and so we're in the middle of shooting that, and we haven't finished that, so things are still going. So I'm still involved with that, and other than that, I really don't do much. I'm kind of retired and like it.
So no wrestling for you? You rest every now and then?
Yeah, you got to pay me a lot to get me off my couch.
Raven, looking back, I mean, you had a lot of feuds, obviously. We all remember some of the famous feuds that you had. Which is one that you wish you had, but you didn't get to have a chance to feud with one particular person?
Yeah, I would have loved to have wrestled Chief Jay Strongbow back in the day. Of course, I would have been 12 years old, and when I would have been able to wrestle him, you know, in his prime, or maybe 9 years old. But I still think I could have beat him.
Do you keep up though with the wrestling world? And do you have any favorites? Anyone that you really say that guy's going to be a star?
Absolutely not. I don't watch it at all. I don't keep up with it. I don't have any favorites. I lost interest a long time ago. It just doesn't move my needle anymore.
Is it because the product just isn't good enough, or what is there missing right now in the world of wrestling?
It's just not the same. Not that it's bad or worse. It's worse in my opinion. Some people it's better. Some people, actually, I don't think I know anybody who thinks it's better. It's just not. It's interesting. There's probably a higher degree of athleticism now than there ever was, and yet it's much less interesting than it ever was, which will show you why wrestling is sports entertainment, not just a sport. And the entertainment, the storytelling isn't there.
You know,
yes, it wasn't there when I stopped watching.
And you know, it's funny you mentioned that, because now with the internet, you're able to watch all sorts of wrestling. And I myself have ventured more into the Japanese wrestling. Are you a favorite of Japanese wrestling or Mexican wrestling, Puerto Rican wrestling, other than the America?
Absolutely not.
Not at all.
Not at all. Because they don't tell stories. They don't tell. It's not a soap opera. I'm a soap opera storyteller, and there has to be a reason. The story should unfold episodically. Like one thing should happen this week that leads to something the next week, and leads to something the following week, and leads to something else. You know, like the stories I told with Dreamer and Sandman, and that just isn't done anywhere, or done anywhere well, from what I understand. And it wasn't, at least when I stopped watching in 2000, and so I haven't watched since then. So maybe it has come back to that. I don't know. I really couldn't tell you.
Last question. So you love the whole storytelling. How much of a role did you have in the ECW with the storylines with Sandman and Dreamer?
I had a very big say in them. It was Paul Heyman told us what more or less where he wanted to go, and then allowed us to figure out how to get there, which was mostly me.
Do you keep in touch with the Dreamers, the Heymans, Sandman?
I don't really keep in touch with anybody. When I see him, I see him.
Anything else you want to add?
Not really.
Well, you love coming to Miami, though. I know you're a big fan of Miami. I see you all around checking out the ladies.
Nah, not really. I grew up an hour away, up in Lake Worth, so I went to Lake Worth High School. So, but no, it's too humid down here.
Wonderful, man. Thanks so very much, man. I appreciate it for your time, man. Thank you.
This is The Roman Show.